And yes, there was no dictionary, literal, legal example of collusion. That doesn't mean he didn't fuck with it. That just means everyone says, yeah, they did, but they just couldn't find that. And they were so limited in what they were allowed to look for that's what they found. He didn't collude with the Russians, blah, blah, blah. But he did. He fucking did. Everyone knows he did. Yes. My point being, you can't get away with anything anymore. The governments are going to have to try and find shadier ways of doing stuff. That's the only option. They're not going to stop killing people and unlawfully assassinating the people and then weirdly losing their bodies like they did with Bin Laden. They just have to find shadier ways of doing it. So this is definitely something I think they would do. It does. It makes too much sense. But then again, it seems pretty impractical. Because it's not an effective way of distributing things. Let me just put it on a small scale for you. There is a breathable Narcan, naloxone system where you shoot it up the nose rather than injecting a needle. That was not approved because it doesn't distribute the naloxone the same way that a needle does. It's airborne. You don't get the complete dosage, so it doesn't help you. I would think the same on that level, that it's an inconsistent way of spreading your chemical. Right. Would it not be just as easy to just go the old-fashioned way and contaminate the water supply? Yeah, that's true. It would probably take a very specific set of criteria before you got someone to look into it. That's why it seems so far-fetched right now. Like, these kind of investigations aren't cheap. So you're not going to get, unless you have some very specific evidence, you're not going to get someone to even bother looking into it. Because they'll go, no, it's just a crazy conspiracy. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's my problem with everyone saying fake news. Oh, it's fake news. It's just fake news. Well, no, it can't all be fake news. You can't just say, oh, it's fake news, and then it goes away. There's some truth to some of the things that are happening in the news. I know I'm the first one to say they're not credible, but every once in a while they got to get something right. There's still reporters who give a shit and do their job properly. So it's the same with conspiracy. Like, as soon as I hear fake news, now I'm skeptical because I think maybe it's not. And I'm not now when you say conspiracy, I'm not that I don't run away from that word, but I see what you're getting at with that yeah, people do. They think you're crazy because they're not all conspiracy theorists are flat earthers. Some of them have ideas that are legitimately based in reality. Was there something more to the Kennedy assassination than just some crazy guy in a booth in a library? Of course there fucking was. Sorry, book depository, same thing. You know what I mean? Of course there was. Are we ever going to know? No. That's what the hell happened in Roswell in 41, whatever. We're never going to know that. That's never going to be a thing that comes to light. Yeah, exactly. It's all just fake news. I'm a conspiracy. And that's why a lot of people run away from them. I don't. I'm actually gravitate towards them. Just like Jesse Ventura, great thing he does with his show. I I think there's something to it. I think there's always something to every conspiracy. They're not all just crazy shit that someone made up. They come from somewhere. There's got to be. It's just too crazy not to be true. I find that too. So the crazier it is, the more likely it's probably true. Unless it's about me and stabbing someone on the street last week, because I didn't. Oh no! I was punching. I was attempting to punch the guy. He was hiding behind his girlfriend. So I'm back on that. No, he didn't show up this weekend. It was his weekend. He was supposed to. Well, this is the big Super Bowl for them, right? It's Easter. It's when he's supposed to be coming back. And it's he didn't make it. It's like I assume it's like the groundhog, right? They all stand around, get all excited. Is he coming? Is he coming? We put out the chocolate in the yard for him. Is he coming? I know. Is that not how Easter works? Before my mom and my aunt start writing me letters, I know that's not how Easter works. I don't mean to insult your Jesus. But, you know, it sucks that every year he says he's going to come and he doesn't. Right? Exactly. All because of one fucking shitty couple. You know, everyone has that shitty couple in their group of friends, too, eh? The one who just fucked something up 20 years ago and now the parties are never the same. I don't know if you have that shitty couple in your life. They just like they come to the party and they fight or whatever. They're just a shitty couple, and everyone's friends with one. And if you're not, you're probably in it. Just so you know. And that's what you were telling me, that you know, this is all because of one shitty couple who came to the party and ate out of the wrong dish and fucked it up for everybody else forever. That's shitty, you know. That's like, I don't know. That bugs me more than what I like to believe. So you know what? I talked to this. There's a priest. He's like a priest dude that I talk to. About once a month we get together and talk, and he's always trying to convince me, right? Are you convinced yet? Have you heard enough? Yeah, are you ready to come over? And I say, no, I'm not. And yeah, every once in a while he has a month where he's a little bit more up than other months, where I think, yeah, you know, you could be onto something. And you just totally shot him down this month, so because that idea just really ruins the whole thing for me. Why would you let one shitty couple ruin it for everybody? Why? What kind of a god is that? Is he that fucking petty? Really? This perfect thing is that petty and just stupid? I don't get it. I don't get why he would be petty and stupid. He's supposed to be perfect. But he does hate the whore, and this priest I speak to believes that the Vatican is the whore referred to in the Bible. It is a metaphor. That whore is the Vatican, and they will be punished. And I love that this guy believes that about his own religion. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was actually against the church, and I bring that up quite a bit. That was my whole thing. Jesus never set foot in a church. He didn't believe in them. And you shouldn't either. But I think it's great that some Christians are open-minded enough to understand that, and some are retards. And the ones that are retarded, they believe the Earth's flat, and they use the Bible to say that somewhere in the Bible it says the Earth's flat. And I was doing my research today with my priesty friend. I'm not going to name him. He asked me not to, so I won't. He thinks we're more of a big deal. Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to be respectful of this one, because it's a territory where someone could get hurt if you. It wouldn't be funny. That's the Baptist Church on Kingsway if you want to visit them. Now, so close. Anywhere in the Bible that you find a reference to the Earth being flat, I can find you one that you're wrong. And I had a priest point it out with me today, and it was pretty fun. So your whole thing about, well, it's in the Bible, yeah, even if you're right, you're wrong, because it's not in the Bible. The Bible, they proved as much as up to 500 years ago that if it's referring to anything, it's referring to nautical terms. All those terms you use to assume the Earth is flat, it's nautical terms. When they say the 4 points, it's 4 nautical points. It's not actually the 4 corners of the Earth. And any biblical scholar will tell you that. So there you go, Flat Earth group. Yeah. No, they will. But if you go through that group, I'll send you the link to the group I'm in. It's just as fun as the Anchor group I'm in. There's the one, the quote they go to quite often is that I believe it's in the book of Job where he refers to the 4 pillars or the 4 corners of the earth, and that means it's flat somehow. But no, it doesn't at all. And even like real biblical scholars say for like 500 years they knew that. They also admit that the whole thing that we can't get a view of the whole planet. They've been doing it since 200 BC. Was the first estimate of the radius of the Earth, and it was pretty damn accurate. So I figure if they were that close, then we must be, better. I would think, right? Sorry, I was trying to read while I talk, and I can't do that. But yeah, you would think if a guy with absolutely no technology whatsoever figured it out, then we're probably not so far off with our measurements as you're saying we are, you morons. Not to mention your whole theory means that everyone who owns a telescope is lying. Everyone who's ever bought a telescope or used one is lying about it. I had a hard enough time believing Chris Hadfield's lying. I just don't see it. So that everyone who's ever looked through a telescope, they secretly pulled him aside and told him he had to lie. You know what? I never did. I was going to say that, but it would be a lie. Sure. Oh, cool. Well, no, you didn't. You're lying, because none of that is real. You can't even look into space on your fake, whatever, mirror tube. I don't remember. Oh, you probably bought a tube with pictures of Halley's Comet in it. That's what it was. It was like one of those Viewmaster things you used to have when you were a kid. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's crazy. I'm sure your biggest memory was thinking someday